Good morning, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, December 1st at noon 2019. The big story is the bomb cyclone hitting the Northeast as we speak. This will extend well into Monday, creating havoc and a nightmare for commuters in this region. This just in, proof of global warming. Now, don't try to steal this to collect the $10,000. I'm just saying, it's my idea. Keep calm. It is boom time. Major winter storm takes shape in the Northeast as millions travel home from Thanksgiving. Parts of interior southern New England could pick up more than a foot of snow. This is as we woke up this morning to the balmy temperature of 1 degree. Just 2 degrees shy of the record set back in 2007. Here you see the current snow total estimates, millions of Americans who had to navigate a bomb cyclone, and a Midwest windstorm on the way to Thanksgiving will encounter more inclement weather when returning home Sunday and Monday as a major winter storm takes shape in the Northeast and a new storm hits the San Francisco Bay Area after they are recovering from the lowest temperature ever recorded in San Francisco on Thanksgiving. In the Northeast, heavy snow, mixed precipitation, and strong winds are expected to develop in many areas, beginning as early as now. Freezing rain is already falling in parts of Pennsylvania on Sunday, making roads hazardous, and the stage is set for a burdensome Monday morning commute for many from New York to Portland, Maine. As the storm intensifies off the mid-Atlantic coast, flight disruptions are likely to increase. Already delays exceed 2 hours at Newark and an hour at LaGuardia in New York, two airports that were expecting a mix of snow and rain on Sunday. Delays could mount later, and they will. As this storm intensifies, we'll get to that. Rain changing to snow for southern Wisconsin as a powerful system delivers another big snowstorm to the north. And there are the totals there up in the upper Midwest. Local Stormax expecting 36 inches in some areas between Rapid City and Duluth. Hello, South Dakota. You're buried. Rain will change to snow for southern Wisconsin on Sunday afternoon as a powerful system delivers another big snowstorm to the north, according to forecasters. Much of northern Wisconsin is predicted to end up with 6 to 12 inches of snow, while further northern Wisconsin could see more than a foot. Northern and west central Wisconsin got from 6 to 14 inches of snow in the Thanksgiving storm, and this will lie right on top of that. Now, northern Wisconsin is under a winter storm warning and even a blizzard warning in one county. Currently, we're going to get to that. While counties to the north of Dane, including Adams, Green Lake, Juneau, Marquette, are under a winter weather advisory through 6 p.m. Those are your updates. December will start with up to a foot of snow in the Boston area, making travel difficult. Some areas over a large swath expected to get 10 to 14 inches. And here is the forecast. Late Sunday through Tuesday, the first round Sunday night through Monday, bulk of the accumulation, highest north and west of Boston. Midday Monday, interior snow will slow, steady rain for southeast Mass. And a second round Monday night and Tuesday with a few additional inches of snow. The snow totals have remained more or less the same as the models have changed. The trickiest location still seems to be from Boston to West Metro. So this changing line here, which is always what they can't determine, will be moderating. Maybe Boston will get snow, maybe they won't get snow. So heads up, if you're in the Boston area, you're going to be buried for your first Monday morning commute in December. Snow and ice to snarl travel in parts of the Northeast as a powerful storm pushes east. Let's see what the Weather Channel has to say.
Folks in Spooner, Wisconsin are busy clearing snow from Winter Storm Ezekiel, and not only will this area see more snow. Folks in Spooner, Wisconsin are busy clearing snow from Winter Storm Ezekiel, and not only will this area see more snow today, the snow will continue to shift eastward. Along with that, we have areas of rain, and in Pennsylvania, you're going to see some ice. Now, as we continue to go through time, this is a look at Monday morning. Notice you're kind of right on that edge in and around New York and Boston, so still areas of rain, snow sweeping in on the backside. Eventually, these cities will see a change over to snow. We'll continue to follow that snow into Monday evening, right on into Tuesday, still picking up snow in New England, and that includes areas like Boston and Bangor and Portland, and we'll see that snow pulling out as we go through our Tuesday evening. As far as the snowfall amounts, look for some of the heaviest snowfall into West Virginia, parts of Pennsylvania, also into New York, right on into New England.
There you have it, right from the horse's mouth. Winter storm Ezekiel saw the wheel. Low pressure will bring snow, ice, and rain to the northeast. Through early week, a foot or more of snow is expected, and we're about to share with you the models. The plainsman's death linked to the cold. This is not the first death linked to cold before winter, but there are many deaths that I'm going to be covering in the next minute here. A 64-year-old Des Plaines man died of cold exposure near his home on the west side Friday. Now, there could be other underlying medical conditions. He could have been drunk. But these are the problems. Proper prior planning prevents freezing to death. 9 people killed in South Dakota plane crash. Death toll includes 2 children. Area of the crash was under winter storm warning. And Pennsylvania is warning residents to be prepared for cold and winter weather. It's coming, and it's coming quickly and cold. Hypothermia and frostbite are 2 dangerous conditions during extreme cold weather, and both can be fatal. So can flying in a winter storm. All fatal. Hazardous post-Thanksgiving travel conditions spread into the Northeast. Continue in California. A major winter storm will move east today with snow and blowing snow shifting from the upper Midwest to the Northeast. A wintry mix is still expected on the leading edge of the storm. The storm will then track just north of the coast of New England through Tuesday, which is their lose day. In California, gusty winds and heavy snow will continue in the mountains with locally heavy rain at lower elevations, flooding. Notice the green flood watch. Avalanche warnings still in northern Utah for 48 hours now. Blizzard warnings in northern Montana. Blizzard warning in eastern Minnesota. Winter storm watches and warnings throughout the Northeast, throughout the upper Midwest, and the West, which is the best. Side note. There's the bomb cyclone in its current position, and we'll see how it wraps around and the snow behind comes heavy. Right down into Philly. Look at that. They're going to get blasted. Monday is your lose day in Philly. Mark my words. And that snow will probably, Monday, Tuesday, that second event, bring snow to Boston. Mark my words. Heavy snow in Boston Metro right here as the bomb cyclone bombs out midday Tuesday. Noon Tuesday, bomb cyclone, Boston. You're going to get it. That's my official word. Let's check the models. Now, the official snowfall totals here through your Monday showing heavy snow. And the big winner here is up in Loyalsock and Duncannon. And if you don't know where those regions are, they're north and west of Scranton, Wilkes-Barre. And that's the heart of the Poconos. I want to draw your attention to the heavy snow moving into the Sierras here through your Monday, Tuesday. You're up to 4 or 5 feet of snow in some regions here. And this is just going to continue as more systems move west. Look at the wide swath of Sierra snow here. We're going to be reporting on some record snow totals. So we go northeast, then we go back out to the west as we enter December. Look at those totals in Idaho. Heavy mountain snow. It is going to be a banner ski year. This snow extends all the way down BC. Heavy snow blanketing Washington and into Oregon. There will be no drought after this winter. And coming to check our European friends, the big winner over here is going to be right across from Italy. And if you don't know this region, it's the Republic of Srpska, which is where Bosnia, Serbia, Herzegovina, and other Western Bloc, I don't know what you call this, but the Bosnia-Herzegovina region picks up heavy snow often, and they're going to be the big winner on this model. We also see, let's just take this model back right here to first week of December. Record snows on the western coast of Norway returning, some light snow in northern UK, and heavy snow in northern Africa. Oh, take a look at Turkey. Turkey is going to be buried. Yes, eastern Turkey, it's coming. I know it's winter over there. They expect it. 10,000 years of Cascadia earthquakes. There we are today, and you can see the lag time here. Never has there been a lag like this, and it just disappeared. Never has there been a lag like this in 6,000 years. So, odds are that a Mag 8, which we are in heavy deficit of, is the next earthquake. It's my estimate that we will probably see a magnitude 8.2 to 8.5 on the Cascadia rupture zone first, followed by a larger quake. Yes, those are my estimates. Similar to this 1-2 punch back here. Back here in 1400 and then 1468, you could see there was an 8.1 followed by an 8.7. And that would be my guesstimate of how it will unravel. But we're going to be doing a video on the Cascadia fracture zone and all of the known information coming up shortly. So stay tuned for that. Seismic update, no quakes of note. Moderate activity worldwide, mid-ocean ridges spreading off the coast of Africa, 5.3 in the Chagos archipelago. Nothing standing out, except we can see continued activity in Hawaii. That is an uptick since the last eruption, so we're going to be focusing on that. California is famous for earthquakes and wildfires, but don't forget about the volcanoes, folks. Don't forget about the volcanoes. Come read this article if you forgot about the volcanoes and the fact that back in 1800, 7 volcanoes in that region were active, meaning erupting, and that was during the Dalton minimum. Worldwide volcano news update. No volcanoes of note. Sabancaya to 23,000 feet. Normal activity, normal activity, normal activity. Normal activity. At least 21 killed in bloody gunfights in northern Mexico. The violence comes days after President Trump says he plans to designate the cartels as terrorist organizations. Maybe we're headed to Mexico for the next war against terror. You know they got to keep the wars up to keep that money flowing. Maine man dies after being shot by his own booby trap. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance and instantaneous death from your own booby trap. Police eventually determined that Ronald Cry, 65, was shot by a homemade device fitted to his front door. Ouch. Make sure you got the kinks worked out. Samoa measles death toll now at 48. Oh my, the death toll in Samoa measles epidemic has risen to 48, an increase of 25% in 24 hours. Ugh. Now, the challenge posed by space weather to high voltage electricity flows, I've been warning about it on this channel. A good friend of the channel working at NASA, Greg Allison, you may know him as Green's Greg or Galactic Greg, which are his YouTube channels. He's been working on this issue diligently and is in a state that is leading the way of hardening the grid, and that's down in Alabama. Now, in this paper, they present evidence that geomagnetic activity has the potential to disrupt the electricity flow between Ontario, Canada, and New York. This conclusion is based on a modeling framework that makes use of weather data, electricity load data, measure of transmission network effects, and proxies for geomagnetically induced currents, or GICs. So, and as we enter cycle 25 and the magnetosphere wanes during the magnetic excursion that we're experiencing, perturbations to the grid are guaranteed. It's a guaranteed fact that the grid will go down in sections slowly in some regions, maybe catastrophically, and all at once in some others. Now, if you want to know more about why the power grid is in peril, and it's not only space weather, we're talking cyber attacks. So come bone up here at the Alabama Power Grid Defense Committee, where last year in August they held one of the most important power grid defense conferences in the country. I was invited, but we were just too jammed up to get there. So maybe they'll have another one this year. Tell Greg that I shouted him out, and come over and check out his website there. Study shows electric cars become practically useless in cold weather. Electric cars are practically useless in warm weather, with the maximum range just in the 200 to 300 mile range, in which case you would have to stop and recharge for hours or days if you're using solar panels. And this new study shows that in extreme cold conditions, that could be reduced by almost 50%. So, a long way to go with renewable resources, which are a total sham anyway, large-scale magnetic field reversals in the radio halo of NGC 4631. This paper coming out explains the current sheet, the idea that we have a periodic episodic catastrophe here on Earth that's regular because we're moving through a sinusoidal wave of electropotential in our current galaxy. That means we're going from a positive to a negative region, and we go through these wave fronts that do one of two things. They cause micronovas or outbursts in the sun, or they cause major perturbations to the general cosmogenic environment in the form of magnetic reversals. Either way, it's catastrophic. Evolution occurs and mass extinctions. This paper just coming out this month, corroborating the idea. Unequal responses of drylands to radiative forcing geoengineering methods. Now, this paper basically alluding to the fact that geoengineering could be good in some regions, meaning offer like cloud seeding, more rain, more precipitation, better crops. But in doing so, and listen to this closely, they would be removing precipitation from other regions. Now, what does this mean to you and I? It means a few things. The paper proves that geoengineering in the atmosphere can only cause effects to local weather, never climate. So, and in doing so, it affects the climate adversely in one region and positively in another region. So you have this additive effect. You get a result in one spot where it's a drought in another spot. So what it means is that geoengineering would simply result in stealing precipitation from one place and putting it in another. It wouldn't change the climate. It would destroy the regional weather and climate in one spot and make a boon in the other. So, bad idea, geoengineering in the atmosphere. Oh, and the trails you see behind commercial jet planes, not geoengineering, by the way. Cosmic rays, persistent contrails is what they're called, due to cosmic rays and cloud nucleation in the atmosphere. It's impossible to change the climate using the atmosphere. You would have to use the stratosphere or the ionosphere to do that. And if there were planes flying in those regions, they would not be visible to you on the ground, even if you have a tinfoil hat on. Interstellar comet Borisov is about to make its closest approach to Earth. On December 8th, it will make its close approach to the sun. And sometime later in December, will make its closest approach to Earth. And anything is possible. This baby may light up and people may jump off of buildings. But we'll be reporting on it. And we'll be sitting on our chair. How spending 2 minutes in an ice bath helped cure my anxiety. If you haven't heard about it, it's called the Wim Hof method. There he is, the myth, the man, the Hof. All you got to do is get naked and sit in some ice water. It's that simple. Have you heard of Shinrin Yoku? If you don't like ice water baths, all you have to do is go outside and stand by a tree. Smell some dirt. Put your face in the grass. Go do it. I guarantee you'll feel better. Hope you got something out of the video. You can sit in a bucket of ice water or you can walk in the woods. The choice is yours. But if you don't know how to grow your own food, wild harvest, and you're not stockpiling food, things are going to get very bad for you very soon. Be safe. We love you.